Well, thanks for clicking and welcome to the Magic Bullet for Home-Based Business. My name is Jack Robertshaw. I'm a husband. I'm a father of three. They are 14, 12, and 10. And I'm just like you. I know without a shadow of a doubt that there is a home-based business that I'm going to have success with some way, somehow. And like you, I've tried my share of concepts, spent my share of money with little or no return. So what am I missing? What are you missing? Why do some people make it big, but you and I are not one of them? I'll tell you why. Because they have the magic bullet and you don't. Now let me explain. Most people know the theory of the magic bullet. You know, the magic bullet is simply this: a single bullet so extraordinary that it hits several marks without fail regardless of circumstances or the apparent unlikely nature of its intended success. This is a bullet so effective that it seems to have a magical quality. Could something this incredible really exist? And if this magic bullet does exist, is it relevant to my home-based business? To my problems? My abilities? My economy? This economy that we live in? Well, we'll answer this question in just a minute. But first, a bit about home-based business models. You know, you're likely watching this because you either have interest in or have already been a part of or involved in some way, shape, or form in a home-based business, whether it be network marketing, multi-level marketing, you know, the latest cycler, deal mania, electric choice, whatever it might be. But congratulations on one thing. Congratulations on being perceptive enough to know the value of this type of business model. You know, experts like Warren Buffett and Donald Trump either own or endorse this type of business model. Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, once called a model of home-based business the perfect business. You may also be watching this because you've seen others have wild success in a home-based business, making tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. And you want your piece of that pie. And who wouldn't? I want mine, right? So what's stopping you? What's stopping me? I'll bet I know the answer, and if you did not find the solution, if you don't find the magic bullet, it won't matter who shares the next great gadget, diet drink, widget, cycler, application, comp plan, or funnel system. It won't matter if you're the co-founder, founder, getting in on the ground floor, or getting in ahead of the masses. It won't make a difference if you plant your flag again, make a commitment again, have a why that makes you cry, or this time you're taking all-out massive action. It still won't work for you. And here's why. Obstacle number one, leadership. The biggest lie in any home-based business opportunity is that you need to be with great leaders, right? So I know many of you, like me, have followed so-called leaders from place to place, and who ends up with the car, the trip, and the cash? Not you, and not me. I need you to look at me right now, just for this one moment. Was your leader there for you when it really mattered? Think about that for a second. When the chips were down and you needed to grow or become an MLM dinosaur or home-based business dinosaur and become extinct, were they there? Or were they working with the next superstar? Or maybe even planning their next move, right? You see, they know something you don't and will not teach you. Sorry about that. They know how to outsource everything to make them successful. Now, what if the average person like you and me had the ability to outsource everything? More on that in a little bit. Let me go on to obstacle number two. You want to build a substantial residual income that will last a lifetime, but you don't want to or can't build a team. Sound familiar? Most home-based business models that offer residual income has that coming from one of two, if not both, of these two sources. A representative acquires customers, buying something from their sales effort that occurs multiple times over several years and slowly builds a customer base and income. And 2, a representative builds a customer base and a team and other representatives who are trained to do the same, thus creating an organization of reps, right? Generating overriding residual income slowly, methodically, and with a great deal of training, teaching, and presenting. This model would benefit the right person, right? You've heard that before. This is the slow money, but the for sure money. I'm sure you've heard that before. But heck, even if you're that right person, even if I'm that right person, it is highly unlikely that the people that you or I recruit will be able to pull it off the same way. And that's where we get stuck. And that leaves us with the same age-old problem, stranded in the desert with no water, right? Now, what if you could outsource all of your recruiting through a life-saving oasis? In the desert of real, working, online, automatic, sponsoring income system, oasis. Well, that sounds great, Jack, but, we still have to sell something, right? That brings us to obstacle number 3. Obstacle number 3, you don't like to, you're not very good at, or maybe you just plain suck at sales, right? Most home-based businesses require you to sell a product or service that you could or should somehow benefit a customer in some way, right? This requires you to become an expert on the product or the service, eventually learn how to ask for money from people to purchase the product or service. Once again, for the right person, this could be a great and lucrative model. But what about you and I, who hate the mere mention of the word sales? Just that even word sends shivers up your spine, right? What do? We don't even like the word, let alone actually perform the task of the sale, right? Again, what if you could outsource, not some, but all of your sales needs? An entire team of trained salespeople making sales for you and your team every single day. So let's recap. The leaders you've worked with in the past have outsourced everything to gain their success. And you ready for this? I hope you're sitting. Why do you think they need you to come along with them? Because you're part of their sales and recruiting outsourcing. They don't do the work. You do the work for them, and they reap the reward. The good news is you can be your own leader and outsource everything necessary for you and your team's success starting right now. The magic bullet for home-based business does exist, and it addresses all the obstacles and more that we just talked about. But there's a catch, right? Wrong. There is no catch. You see, for all the things this magic bullet does for you, and maybe this is the catch, the one thing it doesn't do is take action. That's up to you. So listen to me one more time, please. So eyes up here. Are you ready? I'm using this program right now, and I've been using it for a few months now. But in my first 10 days, I was making over $1,000 in residual income month after month after month. I did that in less than 10 days. Lasting residual income. But who cares about what I did, right? Doesn't matter. It's about what you're going to do and what other people have done, right? So, I have a few people here that are going to speak to you just about 10 or 15 seconds each. They were each looking for something recently. They were looking for that same answer that you're looking for. They were looking for that magic bullet, and they found it. So, no more selling or recruiting. No more endless presentations or tedious product knowledge, memorization. No more team building calls. No more Thursday night meetings at the hotel. No more Super Saturdays. No more traveling to an event every 4 months. None of that is necessary. No more lack of confidence in your ability to succeed. Why? Because it's all done for you. My mentors, Dr. Bob and Hannah, created this program, and they've cracked the code on home-based business success, and they're sharing this opportunity with you now. It's free to take a look, right? This is a rare but real opportunity, and you can partake in history should you decide to take some action. Now, to get all the details, simply click on the magic bullet icon below. But remember, most people don't get started because they don't believe they can finish. Well, that may have been you up until today. Now the system that we have for you will do it. It'll finish for you. It'll make your sales. It'll recruit your team. It will do it for you while you watch. So, welcome home. This is what you've been looking for. Take the next step, click on the icon, and I'll see you on the inside.